Hey there YouTube, and Vizo87 here. It's been a while since I've uploaded any types of YYH Hakusho videos, and I figured today would be a good time to upload something, because I've got something pretty cool to show off now. So these aren't actually what I want to show off, but these cards are actually going to come in handy as I'm going through this video, as this video is going to have a lot of information in it. What I have to show off is something that is just freaking gorgeous, and if you follow me on Instagram, you already know what this is going to be about. So let's jump into it. Gateway. Gateway is going to be the focus of this set. We've had 5 different foil types in Gateway. First, we have the common rares, the rare foils. We have the single rainbow. As you can see, it's got a cool reflection to it. It's just a normal shiny. Then we have the double rainbow, and you can see with the angle I'm holding it at, there's a rainbow that runs up and down. You can see that it's a little bit different from our regular single rainbow foils. Now, the cool thing about the double rainbow, or not cool thing, is that the double rainbow foils were actually a misprint. These were an accident. It was not, the cards were not meant to be printed this way, but it ended up being this way, based on information I've gotten anyway. And they were just like, you know what, LOL, let's just roll with it. Which ended up developing from just 2 types of foils into 5 types of foils. Because then we ended up getting 3 other types of foils. We have the line foil, which as you can see, there are lines going up and down. The cloudy foil, which really doesn't look all that impressive, but is cool looking. And the jagged foil, my personal favorite. These were kept to the spirits, ubers, ghosts. These were kept to the team leaders, the reprints, the exile preview card, the join elite card, all that fun stuff. The only difference between the regular set and the tournament set was that the tournament set also had the double rainbow foil to it for whatever reason. The promos, as we've seen before, I've shown off on the channel. We have the single rainbow Hiei. We also have the extremely elusive double rainbow Hiei. As it stands, this is still the only one that we know of about. There may be more out there, we just haven't actually found it yet. If it does exist, which probably it does, based on what I'm going to talk about next, and what I'm actually going to be showing off today. But just that these 2 foil types were not just exclusive to the main set, it was also to the promos. Now to show off something that I probably spent more than I should have on it. But it's okay, because I don't really spend that much on this game anymore, and this was just something I just couldn't just not buy. Let's move these all in real quick so we don't do anything. That thing being this work of art. So what we have here is an uncut sheet from Gateway. Starting all the way at the top, we have all the tournament cards going through. The spirits and ubers, I believe, all have 1 copy here. I feel like we're missing one. Are we missing one? I don't think so. There should be 6. Yeah, that's all of them. So we have the 3 spirit rares, Energy Release, Kurama, Concealed Blade. You got the 2 ubers, Protect the Innocent, Gathering of Villains, and then you have the I Got Something For You, followed by 1 copy of all the rares, I believe. And then I think 2 copies of all the commons. And then from there you go into the fun-filled set. You have Sitting Tree, Darkness Approaches, Sixth Sense Sweep, Bullseye, and then it goes through the process again, except that Bullseye actually only appears on the sheet once. Whereas all the other ghost rares appear twice, which makes sense because there's a lot less bullseyes out there based on what we have seen. So this kind of lines up with what we've already seen, which also leads us into the uber rares. We've got Bang, we've got Surprised, Gateway, Spectacular Battle, Apocalypse, Sayaka. And you notice that Bang, Surprise, and Gateway repeat again and go through, blah, blah, blah. But at the end, only Bang, Surprised, and then down here, Gateway appear 4 times. I'm sorry, 3 times. 4 times, I can't count. Whereas the others appear 3 times. So it makes sense on why, if you go through your collection, you probably have more Bangs than all the other cards, more Surprised, more of Gateway, and etc, etc, etc. Spirit Rares, 4 copies of everything except Dark Ritual, which is the Taguro bonus, right? Sensui, it's been a while. And you notice that there's only 3 here, which also makes sense because I notice out of all the spirit rares, the one I have the least of is actually also Dark Ritual. So the sheet kind of lines up perfectly well. Same thing happens when you get to the reprints. We have Jin, we have Backyard Dummy, Spirit Cuffs, Rash Brawling, Kitty Love, Trace Eyes, Demon Compass, another Jin, Unconscious fishing pole, and time out. And if you notice, if you've bought a lot of boxes like I have, you notice that the one you pulled the most was Jin. Then we have the League, we have the Hiei, the Kuwabara, all the team leaders here, and then down here, snugly, we almost went right past it, we have Daoshi, who is easily the rarest of the Ubers, which makes sense. There's only one on the sheet, so it makes sense that Daoshi is the most difficult one to come by. Does this make a big difference in price? No, it doesn't. It's like an extra $2 to $3 more. It's not like, you know, like $10 or $20 difference. It's not. Now, if you're someone who's observant, or you were following me on Instagram, you already picked up on the fact that this is not lined. These are not lined. These are not cloudy. They are not jagged. These are double rainbow. So all these cards at the top, the tournament cards, and I'm sorry that I'm holding the camera this way. I know the other way would be better, but my phone doesn't record that way. It only records this one way, so I apologize in advance for that. You notice that these are indeed all double rainbow, and for the tournament cards it doesn't really matter because the tournament cards got released in double rainbow, so it's no big deal. But then when you get to like Sinning Tree and Bullseye and Faces of Sensui, you realize that these cards never got released. We only have the line, the lines, the cloudy, the jagged. We never got a double rainbow of these foil types. Which means this sheet that I own here with all of these beautiful, beautiful cards on it, this is one of a kind. Well, as far as we're aware anyway, it's one of a kind. Nobody else out there, as far as I'm aware. There probably is someone out there with it. But as far as we are aware, as of right now, I am the only owner of this. And major shout out to Inward Scream. Thayer, thank you. I appreciate this, buddy. You gave me something for my collection I could never truly, I don't know how I'm going to top this. I mean, I know of how I can top this. And we're going to get to that in a second. But seriously, thank you, man, so much. I met up with Dyer over in Chicago, picked this up in person. We didn't really trust UPS or USPS to ship it safely. He's gotten a sheet before. It's come in damaged when it was sent through UPS. So if you're sending something important, don't send it through UPS. But it was cool. I happened to be in Chicago anyway for Pokemon Go Fest. I didn't record any of it. I just didn't. So no, there's not going to be a Pokemon Go video of it. But yeah, I met him in person. Cool dude. Too bad it was pouring rain that day, so we couldn't really chat. But cool dude. Thank you again, man. I mean, this is truly amazing, and this is something I never thought I was gonna get. It took 2 years. It was about 2 years ago that I discovered this sheet existed, and was trying to get it from him, although I didn't know it was from him. Blah blah blah. But anyway, this is truly a magnificent add to my collection. This is awesome. I mean, now I've gone from having this big boy, the Double Rainbow Hiei, which thank you again, Ian. I really do appreciate you selling this to me when I bought your collection. Now I have the Double Rainbow sheet of cards that never actually got produced. That's insane. So it makes you wonder what happened. Why did they scrap this? Why did they choose not to follow through with this? So I have a few theories on this. I've had Dyer try to reach out to people, find out what the deal with this was, and the only answer he got was that this set was a production mess. This set was all over the place. They didn't really know what they were doing. I remember reading a long while back when they were teasing Gateway. They teased that 5 foil types were coming out, but they didn't specify for what. So obviously those 5 foil types got released. We had, like I said, we had the Lion, the Cloudy, the Jagged, the Single Rainbow, and then the cool double... No, those are the other way around. The Double Rainbow, because I couldn't see it in the light. Yeah, the Double Rainbow, and then the Single Rainbow. And I think maybe the original idea was to release this for the whole set. Or maybe at least the higher-ups would have 5 foil types, and the lowers would have maybe 1 foil type or 2 foil types. I think that was maybe the original idea. And then they accidentally printed this sheet. They said, hey, this looks cool, but 5 foil types is going to be really rough to get for collectors. It might not be met with people might not be receptive of it. So that's my theory behind it, that they changed their minds at the end. They didn't run this sheet. They still printed it for the Double Rainbow tournament cards, which I know the Double Rainbow and the Jagged are the hardest ones to find. So maybe this is why? Because they had to scrap so many cards. Or maybe they made a new sheet entirely with just the tournament cards on it. I don't know. And they don't know either. The people that work for the company don't remember. So this brings up other possibilities, other questions. Does a single rainbow sheet exist? And the answer is maybe. Because in the end, while none of these cards got produced as a single rainbow, as we know, the tournament pack has 4 foil types, not 5, it's probable that they printed a test sheet of it. And I've been told that the VP of the company loved holding on to the test sheets. So he probably has them somewhere, hidden away, tucked away. I've been told that there are probably foil types of cards that got scrapped and were never actually run, and then we got a new foil type instead. So, like, I can see that happening for Alliance, because Alliance ended up going with just the generic double rainbow. So it wouldn't surprise me if Alliance had its own separate foil system that they just never ended up running with. Whew, that's a lot of information to take in. What was the other stuff I wanted to say about this sheet? I mean, besides the fact that it's beautiful. Yeah, let's give a few, like, really, you can't really tell it's double rainbow. I would have to hold it in, like, the right angle and the right lighting, and it's just really difficult to do. But I can assure you that these are double rainbow. Let's see if we can clear that up a little bit. No, you can't really see the little squares embedded on them, but they're there, I promise. These are all double rainbow. Kuwabara looks cool. Yeah, there was so much more I wanted to say about this, and I don't remember now. So, yeah, there's probably... I know what I was going to talk about. So, the theory is that, obviously, this sheet exists. Like, clearly, it's sitting here in front of us. And the single rainbow probably also exists out there. I mean, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But the next thing that it leads into is this guy. If you don't already know, up on the database, there is a sheet that contains this guy and a bunch of all of the other promos on the same sheet, except the Kuwabara Box Topper. He was probably on his own sheet. Or maybe he was with the common and rares, I don't really know. But, if this guy exists, it means the rest of the sheet also exists. Which means, in theory, Euro Otoko, Counter-Strike, Meditation, Yusuke Rising Successor, these probably exist somewhere out there. But the thing is, it's a probably. Because then I also think, well, if those probably exist, then shouldn't all of these have made their way out there at some point? Score was very bad at their production. They always allowed cool things to slip into their packs. Like, I've heard of some crazy pulls. I've seen some crazy pulls. For example, my sister, back when she used to collect this game, pulled an Epic Tales out of a starter deck. Everyone was just like, what? You can't pull that out of a starter deck. And yet, there it was. I was there. I witnessed her pulling it out of the starter deck. There were 3 other Yu Yu Hakusho collectors there, watching her open this starter deck and laughing that she bought it. And then she pulled out an Epic Tales, which at the time was a $50 card. It still is, actually. And they're like, huh? So, these type of things do happen. I've heard of the Kurama Lee card from Gateway also got slipped into a pack at some point and someone pulled it out. I've heard a story of a dark one being pulled out of a spirit pack. That one I'm not sure if that was true, but that was from many, many years ago. And so, to think that if that type of thing happened, how is it possible that not a single one of these cards ever got pulled out from a pack? Which makes me believe that this was a test sheet. This is what they were going to go with, and then they changed their minds. And I feel like there's probably a tournament sheet out there. And they probably just produced a double rainbow tournament sheet, eliminated the chance of these cards being slipped into packs, because it's just so unlikely that it just wouldn't have been pulled out by some player at some point. Now, a few years ago, we did have a guy who said that he did have a Yusuke and Yura Otoko double rainbow, or at least said he had seen them and had pictures of them. However, he no longer had them. And I had told him at the time, well, until you provide proof, we're going to stick with it not existing and just rolling with that. Which is understandable, and he totally understood why I said that. He understood my stance on it. He probably also understood the fact that I didn't want to have to collect more cards, but that's just how it was. So, as it stands right now, I now own everything until I don't. So, that's so funny to say. I'm sure I'll make a video in like 1 or 2 years, and I'll probably be throwing down the Euro to go double rainbow. Or maybe I'll find someone with a double rainbow sheet, and I will be able to purchase that. That would be very freaking cool. Anyway, I have shown this sheet off more than enough. It's still in its wrappers. I still need to hang it up. I plan to hang it in a location that does not get hit by sunlight to prevent discoloring and things of that nature. And the information about the frame, it is a metallic frame. Yeah, see, hear that? Metallic frame. It is museum grade, meaning that, you know, the normal wear and tear is not going to happen to this. It's pretty awesome. It is mounted. There was no adhesive used. Guy thought he was gonna have a hard time with it because it was rolled up, but he actually ended up having a much easier time than he thought he was going to have with it. So that just made things easier. He got this done in one day, so freaking props to him, man. I believe the name of the store is Frame It for Less. It's located in Florham Park, New Jersey. It's like, it was a bit of a drive, but you know what? It was worth it. The price was worth it. I got it for a good price. He gave me a great deal on it. So I really can't complain. I'm really happy about this, and I should be. Again, Thayer, Inward Scream, thank you so much. Ian, I know you're getting back into the game, buddy, and I hate to break it to you, bud, but you're not getting this back from me. But I think you wanted me to have it anyway. So, that's everything about this video. Follow my Instagram. I have a picture uploaded on there. I'm going to try and take one by one pictures of this when I get it out of the wrapping. I mean, I could take it now. It's really not that bad. But, yeah, if you have any questions, comments, if there's something I said that's incorrect, please let me know down in the comments. This is still information that we are familiarizing ourselves with. We don't have a lot of information. We've talked to a couple of people. Well, not me, more Thayer. He and Ian. We've talked to Scott Sager. We've talked to Garrett Wilkinson. Carl, I don't remember his last name. So these are all people that we've talked with, and we've gotten a lot of mixed information about the sheets and about the double rainbows. As it stands, if it exists, it exists, and if you can't find it, then assume it doesn't exist until it does. That's what we've basically been going with this whole time. So who knows? Maybe, like I said, your Otoko, or Meditation, or Counter-Strike, or Yusuke Rising Successor, they might be out there. They might be. But until then, until we see them, until we find them, until we own them, this is what it is. Double rainbow sheet, cards that don't exist. If there's a single rainbow out there of this, I will get my hands on it. If there's a double rainbow of the promo sheet for Gateway, you damn well know I'm going to get my hands on that. So, if you have this stuff, if you know information, shoot me an email. It's inviso87@hotmail.com, inviso87@hotmail.com. I mean, I have that plastered in a couple of places, so I don't care about handing it out. Shoot me an email. Join the forum. I'll link that in the description as well. Follow me on Instagram. I've got cool stuff that I upload every once in a while. I don't think anything's ever going to top this, though. Let's get one more. Oh, let's get a chair. Oops. I hope I didn't break that just now. Let's try to get the beautiful picture of this and not fall on my cards at the same time. Ooh. All right. That is probably as nice as we're going to get it. I can't even see my screen, so... Oh, that looks pretty good, actually. Uh-huh. So let's flatten that out. And that should be the entire sheet. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah. Hakusho TCG. It's been a while. It's been a long while. And hopefully it won't be a long while again. Thanks for watching. Like I said, if you want to keep up with cool stuff... Oh my god, speaking of cool stuff. One more thing to talk about. Hakusho TCG is coming back, but not in the same way it was before. Universal Fighting System has announced that they are releasing an 81-card Hakusho TCG set. He named it the first set, implying that there might be more. And you know the big Hakusho collector here is going to be collecting that. Check it out. It's being run by Jasco Gaming, so shout out to him for picking up the Hakusho TCG and running with it. I'm looking forward to collecting it. I don't play UFS, so I'm not going to be playing it, but I am going to be collecting it, that's for sure. So stay tuned, there's going to be more stuff coming. He hasn't released a final release date for that, at least as of a couple of days ago when I last checked, but he did announce that it's going to be an 81 card set. It's going to have Yusuke, Hiei, Kuwabara, Botan, Kurama, Rando, and I think maybe Toguro might be in it. I don't remember for sure if Toguro is going to be in there. But, Yeah, serious hype. A lot of stuff going on with the Yu Yu Hakusho TCG lately. Anyway, this video is 20 minutes. It's more than enough in length. Thank you again for watching. To look at the links below, I'll make sure I link Jasko's website as well, where he announces everything. So, have a great day. See you guys, and yeah, have a good one.